Bonjour tout le monde, bonjour à tous. I'm your host, Alistair. Not long ago, I went over and spent some quality time with my mother. I went over to her house, we spent a weekend together, and we were just conversing and talking and reminiscing. And in the breath of our conversations, we looked at each other and said, wow, we've come a very long way, regardless of the context. And in the same sentence, we looked at each other and asked ourselves, how many times or how often do people actually stop and look back and appreciate every single step, struggle, hardship, accomplishments, all the way up to where they are today? It's fascinating that is a important factor that is often missed, but it's also understandable. Why? Because life is difficult. Life is hard. Life is exhausting. There's so many things pulling us left and right. And usually, more often than not, the first thing to be sacrificed is our self, or at the very least, our sense of self. And so it's completely normal to overlook and forget your achievements. Now, I know this channel is about, I try to make it about money and life and investing, but I am very adamant and I want to be very clear that it's not all about that. Life is not all about money and investing. It's not. It's a big part of it because it's the construct of the society we live in. But the most important thing really is your mindset. The most important thing is to be happy, to be content with yourself. The most important thing is to love yourself, because that is the first step really to consolidate your power. And in this society where we look left and right and we compare ourselves and our achievements with what we see on TV, on social media, our neighbors, our friends, it's very easy to forget that regardless of the context, wherever you are today, there was effort put into that. Appreciate that. Glorify that. Cheer that. Enjoy it. Make it real. Make it real to yourself. But this is my inspirational message to you, regardless of who watches this, because this, I believe, can age quite well, regardless of what time, what era, year 2600, whoever watches this, take a moment, appreciate how far you've come. Look at your 2 feet at the current moment. Look where you were. Look where you were. Look where you are now. Appreciate it because it is yours. It is yours. That's all. Thank you. Have a great rest of the day. Have an amazing weekend. Appreciate yourself. And then get back on the grind because life is business. Thank you so much. Of course, like, subscribe. I will see you next time. I'm your host, Alistair. Au revoir.